Listen, managing a portfolio today isn't about playing it safe. If you're sitting on the sidelines, frozen by fear of loss, or scared stiff of blowing your chances on innovation, that's exactly where you're losing. The world's moving too fast, and if your portfolio managers are just patching holes or riding yesterday's trends, you're already behind. Risk isn't just something to dodge, it's a battery that powers every breakthrough. But here's the brutal truth. Most portfolios choke because they treat risk like a dirty word, not a tool. And innovation? It's swamped by cautious bets that never leave the runway. If you think balancing risk and innovation is about splitting the difference between boring and wild, you're playing a losing game. Here's where it gets real. The pain you feel every time a bold bet tanks or a safe move barely moves the needle, that frustration eats you from the inside because you know there's a killer combo you're missing. You want the rocket fuel, but you're stuck driving a rusty old car. You're drowning in data, but starving for gutsy decisions. Every day you feel the squeeze. Investors pushing for stability, founders pushing for moonshots, and there you are in the middle, losing your grip. It's maddening. But ignoring that tension? That's how dreams die slow and portfolios turn into waiting rooms for mediocrity. So how do you flip the script? Step 1. Stop treating risk as an enemy. Risk is a signal. It screams where the edges are, where the future's hiding. Real portfolio managers don't shrink from risk. They decode it. They dig deep into what's raw and unknown and find the pattern others miss. You need to train your teams not just to manage risk, but to understand its shape, feel its pulse, and use it to push boundaries intelligently. Don't play safe on every bet. Play smart on the bets you pick. That means cutting through noise, tearing down hype, and getting ruthless on what makes sense, even if it scares the hell out of you. Next, innovation isn't just launching shiny new projects. It's about building feedback loops that force reality checks every damn day. If your portfolio doesn't have rapid cycles of testing, failing fast, and pivoting, you're not catching innovation. You're hosting slow failures. Your managers must lead with agility ingrained in their DNA. You want innovation that sticks? Embed it inside real-world pressure tests, not ivory tower dreams. Let your portfolio breathe through data-driven gut calls, not committee cowardice. Here's the kicker. Most portfolio managers drown in complexity and endless reports, wasting precious time on trying to predict what's coming instead of shaping what's next. Break that trap by connecting your founders, investors, and partners in a way that makes each of them a force multiplier. That means cutting silos, forcing brutal honesty, and triggering real conversations where risk and innovation clash. They will spark breakthroughs. You're not just managing assets. You're orchestrating a living system of tension and trust that forces everyone to level up or fall behind. If you keep them isolated, they wither. Connect them, and you amplify their power exponentially. And this is where most fail. They forget the human side. Risk kills individuals. Innovation demands courage. A portfolio manager who can't get people to own both the fear and the fire is worthless. You must build tribes inside your network. No safe spaces for the timid, but places where vets, rookies, rebels, and analysts wrestle with brutal truths every day. Get them obsessed with solving real problems, not chasing vanity metrics. This is the front line where the battle to balance risk and innovation rages. Finally, get concrete with your moves. Ruthlessly prune what's dead or dying in your portfolio. Kill slow bets, starve laggards. Pour resources into those daring enough to push limits, but only if they can show disciplined judgment. Numbers matter, but so does grit. Demand relentless iteration paired with savage accountability. Your portfolio managers must become relentless hunters of overlooked signals, ruthless judges of progress, and fearless architects of the future. If you do this, if you force your portfolio managers to embrace risk like a weapon, to chase innovation with data-fed guts, and to build raw, unfiltered networks inside their ecosystem, you transform risk from a trap into a superpower. You turn innovation from a fancy word into cold steel. And suddenly, every single investment pushes the whole damn game forward. That's what separates the real leaders. those who crush limits, make enemies in the process, and refuse to settle for anything less than breaking the mold every single day. This isn't about playing safe. It's about deciding right now you will not lose because you dared much more than everyone else. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and open the featured link to learn more.